In the remote villages of Bengal, where the mist hangs low over the paddy fields and the air grows thick with the whispers of ancient folklore, there exists a chilling tale that has haunted the land for generations. This is the legend of the Nishi Dak, the ghostly figure whose call from the darkness is feared above all. It is said that this supernatural being roams the deserted paths and forests at night, waiting to lure the unsuspecting into an eternal trap. The Nishi Dak, unlike any ordinary ghost, does not reveal itself as a terrifying spirit, nor does it rely on the typical scare tactics of the supernatural. Its weapon is far more cunning and sinister. It mimics the voice of someone you love. On moonless nights, when the village roads are deserted and the homes are shut tight, the Nishi Dak begins its hunt. The darkness makes it nearly impossible to see what lies beyond the familiar, and in the dead of night, a voice calls out. It could be the soft tone of your mother, the laughter of a sibling, or the warm familiarity of a friend, someone you trust without question. The voice is unmistakable and draws you out of the safety of your home or the well-lit paths. It calls your name, urging you to follow, sounding as though the person you know is nearby, lost, and in need of help. But this voice is not from a loved one. It is the call of the Nishi Dak, a dark spirit that lures its victims away from the safety of their homes, deep into the wilderness or the outskirts of the village. Those who hear the call and follow it never return. Legend has it that the Nishi Dak strikes when its victim is most vulnerable, alone and away from prying eyes. As the person walks towards the voice, they feel an invisible force guiding them further into the night, deeper into the shadows. The voice continues, soft and persuasive, drawing them further until they are far from any help. Once the victim is isolated, they vanish, never to be seen again. Some say that the Nishi Dak takes the souls of its victims to the underworld, while others believe it leads them into a ghostly realm, where they are forever trapped in the spirit world. Those left behind only find eerie clues, perhaps a sandal left in the dirt or a scarf caught on a tree branch. But the victim is gone, as if swallowed by the night itself. The fear of the Nishi Dak is so deeply ingrained in the culture of Bengal that even today, villages warn each other never to respond to a voice calling out to them at night, no matter how familiar it may sound. Never follow a voice into the dark, the elders say, for the Nishi Dak knows your heart and will use it against you. In one famous incident from decades past, a young farmer named Tapos disappeared after hearing what he thought was his wife calling him from the fields. He had been working late, harvesting his crops under the light of a lantern, when the familiar voice of his wife echoed through the night air. Tapos, come help me, she called. Without thinking, he grabbed his tools and followed the voice. He walked towards the sound, further and further away from his home, until he realized something was wrong. The voice seemed to move further ahead, even as he rushed towards it. When Tapos's wife woke up the next morning, she found her husband gone. The villagers searched the fields and forests, but Tapos was never found. People believed that the terrifying Nishi Dak had taken him, and after that, the warnings became even stronger. To protect themselves from the Nishi Dak, many villages have adopted practices they believe will ward off the spirit's call. Some wear protective amulets or leave lamps burning outside their homes to ward off evil spirits. Others believe that tying a black thread around the wrist or doorpost can confuse the Nishi Dak, preventing it from luring anyone away. It is said that if you hear the Nishi Dak calling your name, you must not respond or even acknowledge it, as giving it recognition grants it power. The story continues to thrive in the folklore of the region, a supernatural warning about the dangers of trusting the shadows. Whether the Nishi Dak is a spirit of vengeance, a lost soul seeking company, or something far darker, no one truly knows. But one thing is certain, those who follow its call into the night are never seen again. As the sun sets over the villages of Bengal and the sky turns black with the approach of night, the whispers of the Nishi Dak drift through the air. It's a tale as old as time, a reminder that not every voice in the dark is a friend. And when the shadows deepen and the night grows quiet, the people of Bengal know better than to answer the call that beckons from beyond the veil.